Hello, everybody. How are we today? Hi, Maria. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Penny. Penny, I'm good. Penny, I just saw your you just tagged me in a post right before this live. Yeah, I'm gonna post that later tonight when I'm finished with this. I've been preparing for this live all day since I came home from work. So, yeah, so I'll post it tonight, and you will have that information ready for your class. That's tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Robin. Yes, so. Oh, good, Donna. See, I knew you would get your kit in time. I just knew it would work out for you. That's really exciting. Okay, so tonight, we have a lot to do tonight, okay? We have a whole lot. We got a whole lot to cover. This is gonna probably turn into a Heather Collins live type of live stream. I don't know if any of you have ever watched Heather go live, but when she does, she likes to make a really deluxe project that is a little more involved than a normal project. So tonight you are in for a treat because I also have a story to tell that I think you will all enjoy. Okay. Sorry guys, I just had to run out of the craft room real quick. I forgot to grab water for my watercoloring. Okay. What does it say? Can't wait to see what you're fixing to do. Order. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm glad you brought up the poinsettia stamp. Okay, so before I get started, I just want to show you guys. I'm not going to do it tonight because I have so much else going on with what we're going to make. But I'll put it against this black. I did get it to work. This is on the lamination sheet. So it works really well after much trial and tribulation. I did figure it out. So what I did is I took an ink blender and just kind of dabbed the ink onto the stamp and then stamped it, and it worked perfectly like a charm. So it does work and it's fantastic. So I wanted to show you guys that that does in fact work. It just took a little trial and error. So I encourage you to go ahead and try that, okay? So some really exciting things today. I'm gonna go through all of the new products and things that we're gonna use tonight before we begin. But so I'm gonna use these floral embellishments. They are just white flowers. You can find them, if you type in floral embellishments on the website, these ones, well, there's an item number, but it's 12-piece white flowers. There's tons. You can find those. And we are going to use, this isn't new, but it definitely deserves a revival today. This is the Tux stamp. We have a dress, a wedding dress that was designed first that perfectly coordinates with this. And it hangs on a little hanger. I absolutely love this stamp. So then we have Visible Image has a new release. It just came out today, yesterday. I don't know. Everything's blended together, but it's on, we have it. It's ready to ship. It's available. So this is the stamp. It's called Forever Love. And it has this really cool rose with the splatter around it. Some barbed wire. It has a little skull with a fleur-de-lis, some other roses, a cool love sentiment, and immortal and forever. So this will really go nicely with our project tonight, but there are 5 other stamps in this release. So I definitely would recommend checking that out. They sell out quick when we get them. It's brand new. It's a new release from them, and we're really excited about it. So another item we're probably going to use tonight is, this is also from Visible Image. It's not part of the new release, but again, it's going to kind of go with our theme. It is a skull stencil. So we have this in stock now too. If you click on the Visible Image tab, you will find this, and it's a really cool stencil. So then, brand new products today. You guys have been asking for these. So, I don't know which ones I want to show you. Okay, I'll show you the ones I'm not going to use first. We have two, not one, but two brand new sets of watercolor panels. And I know you guys love these. So, after much consideration, the configuration of these has changed by popular demand. People have wanted more of the same design in the pack. So this is the holiday set. There are 4 different designs, and there are 2 of each design in the set. So there's this lovely poinsettia pine cone, little pine bough, and then you guys, these poinsettias are beautiful, and they now, some of them have this great border around them. So it kind of just like finishes it off for you. I think that's really nice. Yeah, these just kind of came up this week and they're already here. And then we have these wonderful pine cones, which this can be used for the holidays. It can be used for winter. It's really cool. And then you guys, this wreath. Look at this wreath. So, and these are all printed on watercolor paper. So they are stunning. And like I said, you get 2 of each of the 4 designs. You'll get 2 pieces. So in total, you're going to get 8 watercolor panels, and these are A2 sized, 5.5 by 4.25 inches. And you could use this just on the front of your card, or you can cut it down. You can do whatever you want. So that is the holiday set. I will not be using those today. Maybe next week we will go back to a holiday card. So I'm going to put that aside so I don't lose it. I'll put it with my poinsettia. Maybe we'll do something with the clear poinsettia again. And then this is a floral set, a brand new floral set. We are going to use this tonight. So let me dig those out. And just like the other ones, you get two of each in the package. So this is, I believe, a hyacinth is what that's called. Hydrangea. I don't know. I'm really bad with flower names, so don't take my word for it. And then these pretty flowers. Yes, 2 of those. And then this one I love because it's like a floral frame. So you could stamp a sentiment in the center, or you could even like cut around it, die cut a circle. There's a lot of opportunity here. And I'm going to do kind of like a grayscale thing with these tonight. And then you have this one, which, so I thought about this earlier today, that this one would be cool if you cut around this, because this isn't like a super difficult line to cut. And then you could kind of use it maybe on like a gatefold card or something. I think that would be fun. So again, you get 2 of each of these panels in the package. So I'm going to just pull out 1 of each for our project tonight. And I'll put the rest aside so I don't lose them. Yeah, aren't they stunning? Penny, Hyacinth, all caps, are you yelling at me? Boy, oh boy. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people asked for that border because they kind of, they wanted an ending. They wanted a finish, I guess, is to say. And then I'm going to be using the Thunderstorm cardstock tonight. So I'm just going to pop out 2 pieces of that. This isn't one of the newer cardstocks that we have, new-ish. It's a wonderful gray color. And it has a kind of a craft paper texture to it, like a look. So once again, that is Thunderstorm. That's the first paper. that we're going to be using. And this is 100-pound cardstock, nice and thick. And then the Raven. We're going to use a little bit of the Raven, which that is a staple for any crafter, for every crafter. So, yes. Christopher, is the new canvas item available? I didn't look before I went live. I don't want to show it if it isn't. Yeah, Thunderstorm. I think it's a great color. So there's also a lighter color called Pebble. It's a very similar gray, but much lighter. It has the same craft texture, and it's called Pebble. So it coordinates really nicely with the Thunderstorm if you wanted to do kind of like a tone-on-tone with the cardstock. Oh, yes, there it is, Penny. It is available. So then I can show you, which I have I should have known, but I wanted to be sure. There is a brand new item, and I'm going to fold it flat. So this, my friends, is called the Canvas Clipping Catcher. So this solves all of your problems for a desktop receptacle. And Maria will know, I needed one of these. I 100% needed one of these. I got to spend some time crafting with Maria last weekend. So this is one thing that I desperately needed. So look, you guys. I think I already put a couple things in here that are clear. It pops up like this, and it just sits. Here, I can put it like this again. You can just set it right on your craft table and toss all of your clippings and, you know, whatever you're not going to use, the back of your papers, and it has the Brutus Monroe logo on it, and it's canvas. So because it's canvas, that means that it's washable. I don't know that I would recommend drying this, but you can definitely wash it or rinse it off if it gets dirty. You could even dye this with fabric dye if you wanted to. You could tie-dye it. You could color it with markers. Whatever you want to do. Customize your own canvas clipping catcher, okay? And if you do get one and you do customize it, please post it on Instagram and the Facebook group and all of those things. We would love to see what you do with your tote. It's really, this is something that solves a problem for me. So I think that this is one of my favorite items of the year. Yes, and it folds flat, so you can pack it away and take it. And look, you could even stick it right in your Misty on the go. There you go. Well, maybe not, but it's the size of the regular Misty. But yeah, so this is, I'm gonna pop it back up because I'm gonna be using this tonight. It's so exciting. So I used to have this, well, I still do. It's like a larger trash can, but it kind of like got in the way. I would trip over it. So this is gonna make everything so much easier. Let me tell you guys, so much easier. Okay, so I'm going to be making a wedding project tonight, as the title said. And the reason I am making a wedding project tonight is because today, Friday, November 13th, 2020, was supposed to be my wedding day. Unfortunately, due to the situation in the world, all of the things that we had planned had to be canceled. And they cannot be rescheduled until the world comes back to life, I guess, and people can be in groups and, you know, not have to wear masks or anything like that. So whenever that day comes, I will let you all know. But I decided today would be the perfect day to make some type of little like keepsake for Spencer. Because today is the day we should be married. You guys, oh my gosh, don't be sorry. I'm not upset about it. Oh, no. That's not why I'm doing it. I just, you know, I just look at things as everything happens for a reason. Okay, so I feel like maybe a better day or something better will happen. So, but yeah, it's not a bad thing. Things happen. You have to move on. But, you know, I mean, I may not have made this project otherwise. So there's that. Okay, but so the first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out these. Before we start anything, I have to do this first because they have to dry. So I'm going to take out some of these little paper flowers. I'm just going to pick a couple. I'm going to pick like 3 different ones, I think. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some metallic watercolor on them. Okay. So you know what? Maybe I'll do 4 just in case I mess one up. Just in case one gets messy, we'll do 4. And for today, I'm just going to use this is just like a pan watercolor that I'm using today. But I'm just going to take any old brush that I can find because I got to put some water on a couple of these colors and kind of let them soak in. So we'll do that color, and then I'll get another brush. And then I'm going to do a little bit of this like whitish color, but it just needs a little bit of water and a couple minutes to soak that in. Let's see, what are we saying? Hi, Heather Collins. Oh, thanks, Donna. You know, that's all we have anymore, right? Is a positive attitude. That's really all that's all you can do. You know? What do they always say? You can't cry over spilt milk, right? You gotta just one foot in front of the other, you know? That's what I say. Okay. What weight cardstock do you use your alcohol inks and sprays with? Heather, I think, well, most of our cardstock is 100 pound, 110 pound, or 130 pound, depending on which one you choose. We do have an 80 pound Perfect Blend alcohol marker paper that might work really well for you. But as far as I know, alcohol inks, you can use those on probably any weight paper, I would think, because they dry so quickly. That's what I would think. That's my best advice. Okay, so I'm going to get that's a little too much color. So I'm just going to kind of grunge these flowers up a little bit. That's kind of where I'm headed, but it'll still have a little bit of this metallic feel. And if you have too much color, you can go in with just water and kind of brush that out and it will blend. So my advice is if you ever are looking for a custom color paper flower, you can always create your own, right? Of course, right. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out the Perfect Blend paper for sure. I'm actually going to use some of that tonight. That's what I'm going to stamp the tucks on. And we are going to use some alcohol markers with that. Not alcohol ink, but alcohol marker. Yeah. So basically the end result of the project, we're kind of making this little like folio, I guess would be the word for it, that's going to have like a little waterfall. And I have to give all of the credit for me knowing how to do this to Maria Angeloni. She is quite the master with album making and all the flips and folds and pockets your heart desires, and she's incredibly talented. So I decided I wanted to create something like that today. And yes, so that is what we are up to. But like I said, I'm doing these paper flowers first so they have plenty of time to dry while we finish up everything else. We're gonna do a lot tonight, guys. I have such ambitious plans. I felt like I needed to do something really exciting today because the last time I went live, when I did the the lamination sheet thing, it was a little underwhelming. So I need to redeem that. Okay. So now that we got a lot of that dark color on, I'm just going to go in really quick to this lighter color that you probably can't see. I don't think you can see it on the screen. It's like a white. And just kind of tap around to brighten it up just a hair. It's like a whitish, silvery pearl kind of color. And this is like no special watercolor that I'm using. This is just what I had right available. So, yes. So how is everybody? How's everyone doing? Has everyone started any kind of project since the last time I saw you, talked to you? Yeah, so this is another thing I learned from Heather Collins, actually. Whenever you're doing things like this, you always kind of want to do it in layers because the layers add dimension and it adds interest and it just looks cool, I think. Right? As long as it looks cool. So that's kind of it for that part. I'm going to set these aside. And I'm going to put, well, I'll set them on top of the watercolors. Perfect. Let me get a little paper towel. I think I made a bit of a mess here. Alrighty. So, I think the first thing we're going to do, I do want to stamp out the tucks. Let's get that underway. I'm just going to trim this paper down just a bit. Off screen. We're going to do a lot of paper trimming tonight. Lots. Okay, so here is our tucks. It was an entertaining evening. What are we posting pictures of? Oh, colored pencil art. Yes, I would love to see that. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this like right there is fine. So, and then just so you guys know, this is the Perfect Blend alcohol marker paper, cardstock, whatever you want to call it. Perfect Blend alcohol marker cardstock, I think is the whole term, right? Right. Okay, so now I just have to find the ink. Oh, here it is. Found one. Because we're going to actually color this in with alcohol markers tonight. Yes, Cassie Trask did make a really cool card with this tux when it came out. Hi, Kara. Oh, just so you guys know too, there's like a whole bunch of anyone who saw the Doodlebug release with us the other day. There is a whole bunch of Doodlebug Christmas available now too. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. That is like enough for me right there. It doesn't need, I don't actually want to stamp it again because I don't want it to be much darker than that. Look how cool that is. I think this is one of the coolest stamps we have, honestly. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to clean the stamp off real quick with some cinnamon apple squeaky clean. It smells delicious. All right, so we're going to clean the stamp off, but I'm going to leave it in the Misty because we're going to do another thing with that in a little while. Okay, so let's put that away. And I'm going to set this aside for a few minutes, and I'm going to get started kind of with these. So I just need to find the Simon Hurley ink pad. Woof. That's the gray one. Because what I want to do is gray, kind of do like a gray scale of these watercolor panels. Okay. Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, so I stamped out some of the woof on here. And I'm just going to grab a brush. I'm actually just going to use any old brush. I could use the same brush as I was using for the flowers, as a matter of fact. So I will put some water into this over here to get us a nice gray. And it's going to be really light, you guys. Like, it's a pretty light gray. So I'm just going to kind of wash it on to cover everything and get it, you know, wet. Because I'm going to be cutting these. So it's totally okay if I go outside of the lines. But we would be here till tomorrow if I sat here and individually watercolored like the whole thing. You guys, Christopher has been on the phone, well, earlier today. I want to say, he called this woman, and this is not even Doodlebug, this is another lady, Photo Play, I think. He is so excited to bring in these products. He was on the phone, I don't know, with her 5, 6 times, 7 times today. He is ready. He is so ready for all of you to experience all these fun new things. All right, so I'm going to keep going on each panel with this like light gray wash. And then we're going to come back. We're going to dry it a little bit. And then we'll come back with a little bit of a finer brush and do a little detailing. And we won't put as much water in, so we'll have a little darker of a gray at that point. And then I'll bring back that metallic color, which is really dark, and do just some like other little details. So that's what I'm doing. If anyone is curious and wondering why I'm just spreading this all over the place, that's my plan. Okay? There's always a plan. There's always a plan. Well, not always. Usually there's a plan. Another cool thing you could do, if you have it, is use the reinkers, and then you get like a lot more concentrated pigment. I do have the reinkers for these inks, but I don't have them like right in front of me. Yeah, I think this is more of a warm gray, I would say. I concur. It's a bit of a warm gray. Okay. All right, so that's number 3. And then this last one, I need some more water, huh? More water, more ink. Yeah, sometimes I like to be the voice of reason, reality. I question often where we're going to put things, but we always find a place. Okay. Washing, washing, washing. This is the fun part. You get like messy and make a big old mess. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe that down and wipe away our like really washed. There isn't anything in the roof yet. Oh boy. Oh, there goes trouble. We'll find it. Where there's a will, there is a way. That's right. Okay. So now we kind of have to heat set this a little bit so it dries, because if we want to layer darker on parts of this, we're going to want it to be dry. So we can just kind of heat set it really quickly. You can do the front and the back to try to keep it from curling so much. But that's the key to the layers. Remember what I said about layers with the flowers? You kind of have to dry it in between. It'll give you a much better result. And then if you want to blend it more, you can always add more water. Okay? And then our final one. All right, that should be dry enough for the next step. Okay, so for the next step, I'm gonna put a lot of this ink down. Like a lot. I'm gonna really saturate this. And we'll probably need to add more as we, stumble along here. So I'm just gonna get the brush. Now I'm using a smaller brush now. I just got the brush like a little bit wet, so it picks up the ink. But now it's gonna be a darker, because there's not a lot of water. And I'm just gonna kind of go from the center of these flowers out. And it's just gonna add more color. The same color, but it's just darker and it's layered on. What did Penny say? Oh yeah, a walkway. He does want a walkway. That is correct. Okay. So again, like I said, I'm cutting these, so we don't have to do all of the flowers. As long as we're putting some kind of layering in here and we have like a little bit of a different shade, we'll be good. We will be good. And again, you don't have to be like super precise about this. You just kind of want to get some color on there. And you can add more water as you need it. Make sure the ink is still moving. And again, you guys, so we're doing this so far all with the same ink pad. Hi, Dion. Mr. Neat. Oh, I don't think I'm Mr. Neat. I feel quite messy a lot of the time, actually. Dion, are you still working on your hoodie? Are you back to crocheting? Oh, and are you having a better day today, Dion? I remember the last time you weren't having a really good day. So I'm hoping that you're having a better day today. I hope there has been some brighter news headed in your direction. That's what I'm hoping. Listen, you can only see this like one part of this room. I promise you. It's not super neat. It's getting there though. I'm slowly getting organized. Every week I say, this is the week I'm gonna get organized fully. And then I need to do something else or I have to go somewhere else, and yeah. One day we'll get there. Yeah, so this is just like a really quick way to do it. And I know, you guys, I don't know if you know, but I love tone on tone stuff. I just love it. Absolutely love it. But yeah, this is just like super fast. It's a really quick way to make something ordinary extraordinary. I mean, you could totally like look at this from a perspective of like, oh, where's the light coming from? Where's this? Where's that? I don't care about that. I promise you, nobody is going to open a handmade card and say, boy, how did they know that the light was coming in from the left? Like, no, that's not going to be the reaction. I promise. Kara is back. Kara, how are you feeling, by the way? Are you feeling better? Any better? Getting better? Okay, so I think that's good for that one. Moving right along. Okay. So what did we say this was a hyacinth? Is that what we decided? I think so. I think that's what we decided. I hope so. If not, it is now, right? I'm still sore. Oh no. Oh, I hope you start to get better. Every day's a new day, right? Every day is a new day. I think today is National Kindness Day. Has everyone been kind? Did you do anything kind for someone else? Did you know that you were supposed to? Oh, it's one of your favorite flowers. Perfect. Well, it happens to now be one of my favorite flowers. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. Okay. Yeah, this live is a little later because I was trying to, I have some notes. I took notes and I was trying to double check my measurements for like the folio part that we're going to do. I was really getting into it. All right, I think that's going to be good for that. And then this last one, I think we're just going to maybe kind of like in the bigger one, so we'll just put extra color. Oh yeah, apparently Heather was playing like Megadeth today after I had already left at this point for the day. But Heather was still there, I think, and I heard she was listening to Megadeth, so there's that. She's so hardcore. Oh, actually, Christopher bought us lunch today, so thank you for lunch. That was very kind. As a matter of fact, he did. He got us lunch today. You know, Christina, I can tell you I know nothing about them. So, you're right. I have no idea. I don't know what it sounds like. I don't know anything about it. I think that was before I started listening to music. Because I'm pretty sure when I was 5 years old, the only things I wanted to listen to were Whitney Houston and Madonna. So there's that. Whitney Houston is like one of my favorite singers of all time. I absolutely adore Whitney Houston. She has a song for every mood you could ever be in. Good mood, bad mood, happy day, sad day. She has it all. She has got you covered. Okay, we'll just kind of fluff some in there. I think that's good for that one. Nice and gray. All right, we are moving and grooving right along, you guys. Let's get that squeaky clean back out for this mat. Clean her up. Clean her act up. Wait, who grew up 2 towns over from you? Whitney Houston. Hold on. Did you know her? Because I'm really jealous if you did. Oh my word, Maria, I'm jealous. I wish I would have lived near her. She's one person I will say I never got to see in concert. And I really would have liked to have the opportunity. But, you know, things happen. And we get over them. Okay, so I'm just putting like a little bit more of the water onto these metallic watercolors to kind of rehydrate. because I want to just put like a tiny bit on some of these. Did you say the other moms love you? Is that what you're saying, Heather Collins? Oh my goodness. So I'm just popping some of this in here, there, and everywhere to add a little bit of the metallic to this to give it just some kind of like little bit of dark sparkle, I guess. It's going to look very abstract, and that is what I'm going for. Josh Groban to ACDC. Oh boy. Oh, the Temptations. Look at you, Dion. That's a really good era for music. They don't make music like that anymore. They certainly do not. Okay. We're just going to keep on trucking along. I need a little more water. Yes, Etta James is great. Let's see. Well. So the fun part, I think, is putting everything together. So this is really like the preparation of what we're gonna do. So I recommend getting all of this. I already had this idea. So if you want to make one of these little folios we're gonna make, you could make that part first and then like kind of figure out from there how you want to decorate it. But I kind of already had this whole idea. So that's why I started with these pieces. And again, like I said, I'm just adding in this little bit of metallic for another kind of like layer. That's it. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up the whitish, like silvery color with kind of little extra water. And then I'm going to get the small brush and kind of saturate it and just do like a little splatter over top of this. Of the like metallic white. And I'm making a bit of a mess, and that's totally fine. As long as I get some of it on the paper, we're all good. I can always wipe down the desk. That's the whole purpose of the glass mat, right? Okay, one more. I know, I am making a bit of a mess. And that's perfect. We can make that mess. We'll splatter, 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 splatter. Okay. So we're done with that. I can officially set all of these aside now. And they'll all dry. They'll take their turns with like the flowers we did. Remember, so we've already done, just a little recap here. We have already done the metallics on the paper flowers. We have now watercolored our 4 different panels. We stamped out our tucks, which I think we'll color that next. We're moving in a groove in, you guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. And again, so that was all with the one Woof ink pad. Very, very versatile. I am being very productive. Okay. So, what did she say? Oh, gone to camp. Oh, good. Getting your table ready. That's great. I know, Maria. I will. I use that color a lot. Okay. So now that we have this ready, so earlier this week, I had said to Christopher, I don't know if he's still here, but I know he's gonna have something to say about this next step. I had said that, I wasn't really familiar with Copic coloring, and I had a whole speech about it. And it turns out that I may have changed my mind about some things. And now I went and got the grays because I wanted to, I just got the grays. They were highly recommended by Taylor Van Bruggen. So I decided that today was the day that I was going to try some of this coloring. So yeah. So this one is the N2 Neutral Gray, number 2. So this is probably the lightest color we're going to use. So that, from what I understand, is what we're going to put on first. Okay. I really, like I said, I didn't intend to get these markers. But, I decided I needed here's the thing. I decided I needed an alcohol marker. And I figured, why not just get these ones? So that's where we are. Maria, I'm going to tell you what, some things they just jump right in. I was just like, oh my God, look at that. I did, however, have a coupon. So there's that. I know. So I try to justify things before I buy them. You know, it's a very healthy habit. Okay. Yeah, Kara, I have those. I have those too. I never got, the thing is about style files, I didn't get the gray. I never got the grays. So I feel like this was necessary. All right. So there's that color. And then I think what I'm going to do is use, so that was the 2. That's the blender. So there's a 0, and then there's also a 1 that's lighter than that. So I think what I'll do is use the 1 on this shirt because it's just a bit lighter. Oh, Shannon, it's so much fun. And I can tell you, so I watched the album class, the last one, on a replay and made one from that replay. So it's perfect. It works just perfectly. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit of the darker color. This is the N4 that I'm using. Just kind of, I'm creating a little bit of a shadow, I think, around the edge here. And again, I'm not like someone who's really good at coloring, so don't judge me. But the good thing about this stamp, the way that this is done, you can kind of see like where the creases and shadows kind of should be because it's drawn on there like that. I know, Kara, I agree. But if you find a sale or you have like a coupon, you can do like a little bit at a time. But it was really, I really did just kind of want these grays. I did realize that they have multiple types of grays, though. But I got the ones that Taylor recommended, so we'll see how this works out for me. Oh, good, Donna. There we go. Oh my God, Christopher, we should get little bracelets, little bracelets for her for the holidays. What would Taylor do? Exactly. Okay, so that was the N4, and then I think I can take the N5 and go just like a little tiny bit darker around some of this, right? Oh, good night, Roxanne. Make sure you watch this tomorrow and fast forward to the end so you can see what I made. If you want to see it. I guess that would have been a better. Okay, so then I think we can go back to the 3. And kind of blend some of this together, right? I think that's how you do this. I'm going to try to do this pretty quickly here so we can get to the exciting part. Like I said, I'm not like any master at coloring, so that'll be another topic in a class for another day, I guess, right? But you get the point of what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so I think we're good right now with that. So let me set these markers aside. I'll put them in the drawer so I don't lose them. Maybe so the cats don't take them. Okay. So now, remember, I left that stamp in the Misty, right? So I'm just going to make sure this is dry. Nice and dry. Does it look good, you guys? You can be honest. You won't, I promise you won't hurt my feelings. But I don't know, does that look okay? I'm not a colorist. So, is that what they call them? Colorists. I know in the hair world, that's what they would call. A hairdresser would be a colorist. Okay. Uh-oh. Don't know where my little embossing buddy is. I may have misplaced it. Oh well, guess we'll do without. Oh, found one. I have this one. Look at that. It looks good. Oh, you're so sweet, Shannon. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the embossing powder bag, buddy, whatever you want to call it, over top of this so we don't get it everywhere. And then we will use some embossing ink on this stamp. All right. And it should stamp it right in the same place as we did before. Guess we'll find out when we put the powder on, huh? All right, so I'm just gonna use this, and I'm using the Pearl embossing powder for this. I should have talked about that earlier. Because I want like a, I don't want to do like such a like white, so it's like really harsh, or black. And I didn't want to do clear. So I decided on pearl, and it looks like it did stamp it pretty well there. So let me pop the pearl back into the jar. Okay. Got it. And then we're just going to heat this up and see where this takes us. I'm hoping that this works out how I envisioned. Aha, it is. All right, worked like a charm. So now what we have here is the colored image, and that pearl added like just a bit of metallic, but it kind of took on the black but made it a little gray. So it's not as much as like a silver would be, but it still has like a nice shine. See? So there's a little tip. You can put pearl over colors and kind of absorb a little bit of that color. And it worked. Worked like a charm. Okay, so I'm just going to clean the stamp off because we had that embossing ink on it. And then we will move right along. Moving right along, you guys. Sorry, this is like a longer live, but I was really excited about this. So we are gonna have to cut this out. And I know, you guys, you know I hate fussy cutting. But maybe if we ask Christopher nicely, maybe one day we can get a die for the tux and the dress. That would be a nice little... That would be a nice gift. You're back. Okay, Maria. So we just finished coloring, and we heat embossed this with pearl embossing powder. And now I've cut it out. I have cut that out. I'm gonna take these clippings and put them in my little bag, or my little clipping catcher. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. And I truly think I'm just going to take real quick while we're looking at this, just a little blender brush. It's just like one of the mini Pink and Main ones. And I'm going to take some of the Woof ink. And I just want to get the edges. Since it's still that same like gray tone, I just want to go over any edges of this that would maybe still have some of the white. Just to soften that up. Janie, so I got 8 markers altogether. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 of them are gray. 1 of them is black, and then I got the blender. The colorless blender. Okay. Perfect. So that was just the Woof ink. I just kind of rubbed it all around the edges. And then if you really want to get funny, this is why I got the black one. So you can take the black and go around the outside edge of the white. So it kind of covers up that harsh white line. And it'll like clean it up for you. It'll give it like almost like a finish, sort of. And that's okay. I want this to look grungy. Grungy but elegant. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it does. Yeah, Heather's right. It hides up messy little cuts or missed cuts or yeah, missed cuts. That's what she said. Okay. All right, so now we got that part done. So that's another piece to set aside. So we have our flowers done. We have our text done. We have our watercolor panels done. So the rest, we will be stamping with this and doing like a little bit of stencil with this, but that's gonna come later. So now let's get to the cool part. We are going to start assembling our folio, okay? So I took some notes as I was making these little cuts earlier. And essentially, this is kind of like the base of what it's going to be. So there'll be some space. So let me get my little note paper here so I can recall exactly how I did this. Okay. So we're gonna start with a, well, this is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, but we're gonna cut it down. So we are going to cut this to 8 by 8.5, all right? So as you know, a piece of paper is already 8.5. So we're gonna put it in the 11 inches across the top, and we're gonna cut it to 8 inches, okay? 8 inches. Perfect. So I'm going to set this piece aside, and then we'll score everything at the end. So we're going to cut everything first. So then we are going to cut our, we're going to have a pocket in here too. So we're going to need to cut that out of the same gray paper. So it's going to need, I'm doing it 3 inches. So that was literally just a hair. By 5 inches is what I'm going to need. So there's that piece. And then I'm going to take my second sheet of paper, and we're going to be, our waterfall flaps are going to be 4 inches by 4.5 inches. So I'm going to cut to 4.5. And then I will cut this into 4-inch pieces. Wait. No. I lied. It's 4.5. See, this is why I double check. 4.5 by 3.75. So 3 3/4. 3 3/4 by 4.5 is what I'm doing. Yes, this is Thunderstorm. This piece is too short. Okay. So I'm going to cut this piece to 3 3/4. And then to 4.5. Wait a second, something's wrong. Did I cut this right? 4.5. Yeah, by 3 3/4. I think I cut that last piece wrong. Definitely did. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Oopsies. That's okay. I'll get a new piece. See? This is why you have to write everything down. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to read the comments. Okay. So, we're going to start back again. I'm going to cut this at 4.5. I will review all of this as soon as I cut it off. 3 3/4. Now we're correct. I need 6 of these. This isn't going to be enough. That's what messed me up. There we are. 4.5 by 3 3/4. We got it, you guys. Look at that. So I'm going to cut one more so there's extra. 4.5. 3 3/4. Yeah, I would see, you guys. I'm trying. All right, so let me put the trimmer aside, and then let's review. So we have this main piece that is 8 inches by 8.5 inches. And then we have this pocket piece that I cut at 5 inches by 3 inches. And then we have all of these little waterfall flaps that are cut at 4.5 by 3 3/4. Okay? So now we're going to score everything. So let me get out the scoreboard. This is a Martha Stewart scoreboard. We sell these at Brutus Monroe. And it has this little flap at the top that the little bone folder fits in. That's why I like it. You'll never lose your bone folder. Okay. So, for all of our flaps, which are 4.5 by 3 3/4, you're going to put with the 4.5 side across the top, okay? 4.5 across the top. And then you're going to score, I'm going to move this closer to me, at 1/2 inch. Okay? So it's going to look like this. So that's where we are there. So I'm going to do that to all of them. And these are what will be creating our waterfall pieces that you can put pictures on, you can put whatever. Okay. You know what? At least I caught that I was cutting that wrong, like that time, and not like once I had cut all of them. Oh boy. Okay. So I did a bunch of those. Okay. Then we have our pocket piece, which is 5 inches by 3 inches, okay? So that is also going to get scored at 1/2 inch. Whoop. And we're going to score this on 3 sides. At 1/2 inch. All right. So that will look like this. Score, score, score. And then they'll have these two little squares here. The top, leave that. We're going to leave that blank. Okay? So there's that piece. And then our large piece, our 8 by 8.5. So you're going to put the 8.5 piece side across the top. And this will get scored at 4. And then also at 4.5. So you will have 4 inches on either side and this 1/2 inch down the center, okay? Oh yeah, Janie, so the reason I got the grays is so they could all blend together. That's why. All right, so now we have everything scored. Perfect, perfect. So I'm gonna put adhesive on here, on certain pieces. So I'm just using, this is score tape. It's 3/8 of an inch. And this is what was recommended to me. So here, we'll start with the pocket. So I'm gonna set this, the main piece aside. So you can take an acrylic block to do this. So you put your tape on, okay, and press. And then you can put the block there and pull it and it rips it perfectly. This is another tip and trick from Maria, who is the greatest. So again, 3 sides. She has a lot more tips and tricks, just so you know. Way more than I do. Yes, there it is. So the 3/8 tape ensures that you don't cover up the score marks. You got it. Wait a second. Yeah. So these ones I'm going to flip it on this side. So, and then for the waterfall pieces, flaps, whatever you want to call them, I'm just putting the tape across the top for those. And that will be that part. So I'm just going to get all of this tape on first. It makes sense to me to score and tape all of this all at once and then put it together. And then once you do put this together, it'll make a lot more sense. But really, it's really quite simple. I thought that making things like this were really difficult. But once you, I think, have done several of these things, it's like second nature. And then the great part is, since we've already done a lot of the pieces that we'll be decorating with, it'll go much faster. I mean, we'll have to cut out some other papers to do like matting, but that won't take so long. So, yeah. Okay. So there is that. And then the other thing that you want to do is for this pocket is you have to do like a little taper. So you take the scissors and then there is a line and a line. So you want to cut like this. So you haven't chopped through any of the scored part, but you do have a, it's like a diagonal, okay? Okay. All right, so you're going to then want to fold your tape. And you can use a bone folder as well to do this. So you get a really nice fold. And then once that's like that, that's kind of created your little pocket. Okay? Okay. So then it would be the same with your waterfall pieces. You can fold. And use your bone folder to get that ready. Whoop. Okay. So now we have all of our pieces scored, taped, good to go. Well, we do have to fold this. So then you can fold one, and then you can fold the other the opposite way. Okay, and then what you have created is a basically a folder within 1/2 inch space. So once you put the waterfall and your pictures and things in here, there'll be like a little bit of space. So it's just like kind of like a little pocket album, I guess, would be a better term for it. Hi, Bonnie. Oh, Dion, that's so exciting. I'm glad to know that you make mini albums. Shannon, yeah, the acrylic block thing, that is totally Maria, 100%. That is, I learned that from her. She is definitely a genius. Okay, so I'm gonna get this little tool to remove the tape, so the first piece I'm gonna attach here is the pocket. So you're going to want this to line up. I would like it to be, let me push it up. I would like it to be flush with the bottom. And I cut this so it fits exactly right on it. So what you can do, and this is what Maria says, is you can line it up and just pull out one of the flaps that has the tape on it, okay? So you can take the tape off of the one flap, or not the tape, I'm sorry, the tape backer off of the one flap that you have out. And while you're holding the rest, you push that in and press. So now that way your pocket is in its place, okay? So then you can just easily flip that over, whoop, remove the backing from the rest, and then all you do is press it into its place. So then from there, you have this little pocket that you could use to put, like, here's a black tag. You could put a couple tags in here. You could put little mementos. So there's your first little pocket. And it's so cool. Oh, 88 minutes. We're going strong. Going strong, Kara. I mean, you can always watch it another time. This is a lengthy tutorial. I said that at the beginning. I had a disclaimer, I believe. Okay, so then the next part, we're going to put in the waterfall piece. So basically what you want to do is you can decide if you want this to be flush with the top or if you want to leave like a little bit of space. You could even put some matting behind here if you want. But before I do that, I do want to round the corners. Oh, it cut you off at 90 minutes. Oh, interesting. I guess we'll find out. If so, we'll finish this another time. Maybe we'll have to come back to tomorrow. Well, it looks like it's at 91 minutes and I'm still going. So, all right. So this is just a corner rounder. So I'm just slipping in the edges. So we have nice rounded corners. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can leave the edges squared if you like, but I think that the rounded edge gives it a little more of a finished look. Yeah, it seems like it's going pretty quickly. I'm trying. I don't know how much time you have. Truthfully, I don't know that I've been live this long before. Maybe I have. Maybe one other time. Yeah, it gives you like a really pretty finish, I think. Nice finish. And you can do that to your photos, all the things. Okay. So, back to the waterfall. So, you have to be careful lining this up. So, I'm going to try to center this. So, the first one, I'm going to center it from this crease to the edge to the top. And that looks good to me. So, the first one, I don't think isn't the hardest. It's lining all the other ones up after that. So, same trick, hold it in place, peel your tape back, and then pull back, press down. So then we have our first flapperoo, okay? So then you can fold that up, fold that puppy up, and then what you'll want to do is put your flaps pressed up against each other and make sure that's lined up. And then you can also pull this down to make sure that you're lined up down here as well and do any adjustments that you feel are needed. And then same thing, hold it nice and firm. Oh, I think I moved it. I don't know if I did or not. Whatever. So you get the picture though, right? So you're going to continue to do this each step of the way. So for every little flap that you have cut, you do a similar thing. And then you just peel your tape back and press. That one might be a little, I think I got a little off. That's okay though. But, so we're going to continue to do this until we get all of our pieces on. I think I cut 7 of these. But, truthfully, you can put as many as you can fit to the bottom is what you can put. And I guess it all depends on the length that you want them and all of that jazz. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. And I have 5, 6. Yeah, I have 7. So hopefully I have 7 pictures. I got pictures printed today, you guys. I was really prepared for this. Okay, so then we'll do that. I really did go all out. I did. I wanted to do something cool tonight. Uh-oh, something's wrong. This one's too short. I think that was one of the wrong pieces. Oh well, so we're gonna just do 6 because that's what I have ready. That other one, something's wrong. I think I taped up one of the ones I cut wrong. So we're not gonna use it because it's the incorrect size. See what I mean? A little too short. This is the short one. Oh well. Another day. We'll use that on another project. So essentially though, here's what we have now. I know, I thought I cut 6, but I must have thought I had 7. Okay. So essentially here's what we have. We have this little folio. You open it up, you have your little pocket here, and then you have your waterfalls right here. Shannon, oh, that's so exciting. Okay, so then you can press down, press down, press down, press down. Make sure you have a good press. Okay. So now we can clean up all of our little trash and put it in our little canvas clippings catcher, which is making this so much more, it's so helpful. Yeah, so then I'm going to create a, like a magnet element for this. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Raven paper, the Raven cardstock. I'm going to set our piece aside. So I'm just going to cut this to, I think 1.5 inches is going to be more than sufficient. And that should be good enough. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to have a matting piece that's going to go across the back. And then we're going to have another matting piece that's going to go across the front. So basically I'm just going to put this on, we need to score it at 1/2 inch. I'm sorry, there needs to be a 1/2 inch in between. So it kind of matches with everything else. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to measure like 1.5 inches for it to be stuck to the back. So then what I'll do is I'll score it at that point. And then I know that I need 1/2 inch. So then I'll score it again at 2 inches. Okay? So what we will have here is a piece. And once I fold this, you'll see. So we will have a piece that will attach to the back. Okay? And then it will go around to the front. And it will create like a magnet effect here. Okay? So I will just clip off, I think we'll probably have this at about 2 inches. So I'm gonna pull the trimmer back up. In the longer side now, I'm gonna measure 2 inches, well, it's better this way, 2 inches from the score mark, which is right there. Dropped on the floor. Okay, so basically what will happen is this. This will act as like a clasp. All right? Are we all following along? Okay, so I'm gonna glue the magnets on right now. So I just have these little craft magnets. that you can get anywhere. Okay, so I'm glad you love it, Maria. So I'm gonna want to put this like in enough to where, okay, so first things first. Let's glue the back. Let's glue it to the back. So if you measure this, it is 8 inches. So right at 4 inches, that's kind of like the center right here. All right. So that is where we want to center the back. So we can get that on at the crease and just kind of press. And the back would be the side that's behind the waterfall, okay? So then we would want in the front our magnet to kind of be like right around here. Okay? So I will press our magnet on there. And then what I'm going to do is put a dot of glue on the top of the magnet. And I'm going to press this down. And what's going to happen is there's now a dot of glue right here. So this is where I need to glue the other magnet. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. I had this set up. Oh. Okay, so now this will dry. Okay, you guys? So this is going to dry. But while this is drying, and this glue doesn't take very long to dry, so we should be good in a couple minutes. We're going to cut the matting for the front and the back while this dries. So if you remember, this is 8, now the front is 8 inches by 4 inches, okay? So the back is exactly the same. So what we need to do is we're going to cut with a 0.25 inch border. So what we will do is we will cut a piece that is 7.75 by 3.75. And that will be the perfect mat for the front and for the back. So we can do 2 different, I'm going to set this aside to dry. So our magnets have plenty of time to get acquainted. So let me pull up some paper that I found. So I found this page that has all these like words and things, some silver. I really like that. And then I also found this page of stripes. So I think we'll do 1 and 1. Makes sense? The back will have, I think the back will have the, I don't know which one will be which, but I'll cut them both and then we'll go from there. Yes, you did get back just in time. Okay, so remember what I said. It's going to be 3.75, so 3 3/4 by 7 3/4. So 7.75. However which way you want to shake it, that's what it should be. That's your measurement. So there's 1, and then we'll cut out our words paper just the same way. 3 3/4 by 7 3/4. Okay. Trim her down, trim her back. All right, so our magnets, I'm still gonna let them dry a little bit, but as you can see, that creates the perfect size matting for our book. Yes. Colligan Crafts. Yeah, they do. I don't know how new it is. I got it recently. I really like it. I do like the Creative Memories trimmer. So, real quick though, we're gonna need to do a little bit of matting for our waterfall pieces that aren't gonna have pictures. So what we have to do here is look that we have 3 3/4 by 4. So remember that. We're back to that measurement. So we will have to cut out pieces that, so it's 3 3/4 by 4. So what we would need to do is cut out pieces that are 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. Because we're going to drop it down 0.25 inches. Okay? So 3 3/4 would be like up and down, and 3 1/2 would be side to side. So we'll cut this to the 3 1/2. And then we'll cut these pieces to 3 3/4. So we need 6 total. And I'm just gonna alternate the two, like the front and the back. So it'll be perfect. So what do we say here? 3 3/4. I have to keep reminding myself after that first piece I cut wrong, you guys. By 3 1/2. Right? Is that what I said? 3 3/4 by 3 1/2? No. Yes, no. Did I do that wrong? No, I did that right. Yep, I did that right. I think we're doing this correctly. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so for these pieces, since we use a corner rounder, we're gonna have on the waterfall things, we're gonna corner round again to make sure that everything is cohesive. So then as you can see, these fit like very nicely like that. And then these ones, oh, we have to round the corner. Will fit like this. So then what you'll have is like a perfectly matted piece. Okay. I mean, there's a lot more decorating to this, you guys, but I think we're, that I'll do, and then I'll probably, this will probably be a two-parter, because I want to get to the picture part, so I can show you the pictures, because I'm really excited. So I'm just going to put some liquid adhesive all around this, and we are going to put our front on. In this piece, so it's going to go straight over top of our magnet. Okay? Directly over top of our magnet. Try to get that as straight and as lined up as you can. You can even fold it all the way open so you can press. Press, 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 press. And then you'll do the same on the back piece. You'll just put your glue. And same thing. And you center it, you know, side to side, top to bottom. So now we've kind of covered up our hinge, which is exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to cover her right on up. Okay. So then we have our wonderful matting. And because the cover has the writing, I'm going to start our first waterfall piece with the stripes. So it's, again, you're just going to put your liquid adhesive on. You make sure you use like a nice, strong adhesive. Yeah, liquid glue definitely gives you some time to make adjustments. And then you'll just press. And then fold your flap, fold your flaps back. And start again. So you just put your glue, and this is you're gonna do this all the way until all of your little flapperoos are covered. Now, if you remember, I showed you that visible image stamp earlier. So I'm gonna stamp that heart like right here. And heat emboss it with Raven. I could have done that ahead of time, but I really, really wanted to get to this part so the majority of you guys could see it. But we will get to that in just a moment. But I really, I was really excited to put this all together. That was kind of... Do you ever get like really excited to do like a certain part of something? That's kind of where I was at with that. Okay. And again, I figured this would be like a really nice, like kind of little taste of what it's like to take one of Maria's classes. Now, Maria's classes are a lot more involved and intricate, and there's like a lot of supplies. But this is a nice little preview, I think, as to... Oh, there's a sticker on the back of that. Oh well, we'll just glue that sticker right on in. Okay. And then we just have one more piece at the bottom here to glue on. That's just like a mat to decorate it. Hi, Michelle. Oh, we've been live for a while. You came just in time for the fun part. All right. So again, you could add, you can add like a little cardstock strip here of a different color. You could trim those down, and that would add some interest. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. I might add something like that in later, because I don't want to take up too much of your time tonight. But yeah, so let me fold all those back down and press. So then here is where we are. Our magnet should be nice and dry. Oh, not dry enough. I have to push and hold. I don't know if it's fully dry. It wasn't fully dry on here. See, you guys, I knew it. So I'm just going to put a little more glue. And glue it back down and press. I need to put a matting over this too. That's also probably part of the problem. But yeah, so that really needs to dry, and we have to mat that, okay, with another piece of paper. So maybe I'll just take a little bit of the stripes. So this was, all right, let me get out my little T-square. So we have 1.5 by, oh, wait, that can't be. So it's 2 inches by 1.5 inches. So we'll do 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. And then that'll be a little matting for over top of our magnet. Oh, there goes the T-square. So also what this will add is whenever you open it up, you'll see like more decoration and not so much the magnet. So you want to really press. Napping is so underrated. So here's a confession, you guys. I was up last weekend, the one night till like 3 o'clock in the morning, crafting. I had an absolute wonderful time, but I really can't tell you the last time I was up that late. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Mini clothespin. That is a good idea, Kara. But yeah, so now that that's kind of matted in there, I'm not going to put like another matting piece on the front. Okay, so now it works. So essentially, this is where you're at. I mean, you could go in and round this if you wanted. Why don't we do that with a 1/4 inch? We'll do a little 1/4 inch round. Make it a little more deluxe. Yeah, so there's kind of that. But what I did get for the front of this, I'm excited about it. It's probably going to take some time to dry. Is I got these little like Tim Holtz lock keyhole things. So I think I really like this one. Yeah, so I'm gonna put that there. And they come with these like really cool little brads that you can just pop in and glue down. But there's so much more to this, to do. We have to put the pictures in. We have to do a little bit of distressing. Oh my God, you guys, there's so much. I think I do, though, want to put the photos in. I do. All right, so I'm just kind of getting this ready. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not normal. I didn't intend on being live this late, but I was really excited to make this. So here we are. Yeah, here we are. Okay. So the reason I did these watercolor panels, truthfully, is because I want to put some here, and I'm going to put some here, or no, here and here, and then I want to put that heart up there, right? Right. Okay. So maybe let's put the heart on. Heart. Let's put the heart on. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I might need a bigger Misty. Yeah. I might need a bigger Misty. That's what I'm going to need. But I'm not getting the bigger Misty. I'm just going to wing it with the acrylic block. We're just going to go for it. Why not? I don't even know what today's free gift is. I have no idea. All right, perfect. So yeah, so I'm gonna put this little heart stamp right up here. And again, I probably should have done this like first, but I was too excited, you guys. So I'm just gonna hope and pray that I pop this correctly on here. First go at it because we're using acrylic block. Rogue stamping, right? We're just going rogue. Okay. Bam. There we are. Boom. I think it worked. Guess we'll find out, right? We'll see what happens when and I'm using Raven for this. So this is like gonna be nice and aggressive. Dark. This is like gonna be a big moment here. Oh, look, it works like really well. Maybe up here needs a little more powder. Yep. So this is the new stamp that we have from Visible Image. It is called Forever Love. Part of their newest release. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna heat this. And then we're gonna put the pictures in and then we'll go from there. And we might finish this at another time. Because it's getting late. And yes, the magic of heat embossing. It truly is a magical thing. Okay. So I think that turned out pretty well for being a rogue stamping. It looks really good. I'm impressed. Just keep swimming, right? Just keep swimming. Keep on keeping on, right? Okay, so here's where we are. We have made, you know, the front and the back, and we have our little our magnetic clasp that is now nice and dry. And it holds her shut. So then you open it up and you have a little pocket. Like I said, you can insert like a tag or something in there. And then your waterfall flips. So this is as far as we have gotten. And plus we have our other pieces that we already did earlier that we have not attached yet. Boy, oh boy, so many things. I'm running out of room to put stuff. Okay. So before we cut our watercolor panels and before we do all that, let's pull everything back up here. Let's review. We have our dried watercolor. We have our tucks. We have our paper flowers that we did. We have it all. And now we have the pictures. The Late Show with Michael After Dark. So I got 2 of each of these pictures printed in case I messed it up. In case I messed it up. Let me see how many I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think there's actually 7, but this first one I don't think we're gonna use. It's a little too silly for this live stream. Okay, so basically, oh, there's that tag. Let's take that out. I know, as long as my battery doesn't die. So, okay, so our pictures are gonna go here. So we're gonna have to corner around the top. So we're gonna need to measure, oh, wrong side. I still want a little bit of a border. So we're gonna need to cut the photo to like 3.5 by, actually 3.5 by 3.5 should work. The pictures are already cut to 4 by 4. I was smart when I ordered them. Okay, so this is a little delve into my personal life, everybody. These, so I printed out all these pictures of Spencer and I through the years. And then this is when he proposed, and this is right after. Yeah, so I believe I just said 3.5 by 3.5. And that's what I'm gonna do. This was very early on when we were both a lot thinner. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna trim these so they are the right size. Long, long ago. Long time ago, you guys, some of these are. Oh, thanks, Kara. Yeah, you know, so I have to tell you that I'm really like not much of a scrapbooker, I guess, but when I was looking through photos to get like some memories, it really does kind of take you back to before. And it makes you think of all of these things that have happened. So, yeah. Sometimes it's nice to go down a little memory lane, I guess would be the right word. This picture is going to look really, I'm going to end up cutting half my face off, and that's okay. No big deal, right? This one isn't working out so well, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. Yes, I sure did cut off my ear. No big deal. All right, and then one more. One more. 3.5 by 3.5. Perfect. Okay, so since this will go up, and then you'll see the picture, the corner rounded part will have to go on the top of the photos. So that's one thing I would say if you are corner rounding, to make sure that you are rounding the correct part. Yeah, so a little backstory, you guys. This photo, this is where he proposed. It's actually at the haunted house. So he told me that we were going to the haunted house that we both, you know, work for on the side, for like a staff photo shoot, which I was so annoyed when he was telling me that. I was like, do we really have to go and do this? Like, really? I was so like, come on. I don't want to do this. But I did. It was like in the summertime. So then we get there and they had like the photographer for the haunted house and all that was there. And there was like a couple people there. And then they like took these fake photos and then he proposed and I was like, oh my goodness. I was so surprised. So he actually proposed to me in the exact place that we met, like at the haunted house, like the actual room. I thought that was pretty wild. Pretty wild. So let me try to, I'm going to do this in order. So it would have went this, 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 and that. Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna, again, I'm gonna put a little liquid adhesive. Yeah, if you want to go take a little shopping break, you go right ahead. I clearly plan on being here for the duration. So please, by all means, take your time, go get your goodies, get a snack, grab a drink, whatever you got to do. Yeah, I was really surprised. I was very, very, very surprised. Which was a good thing. It's like not really, it's not easy to surprise me. And I'm not a big fan of surprises. I'm not a fan of surprises. But this was a really good surprise, really. Okay. Now you could have went in and like inked up the edges of this. And again, if I wasn't live, I would probably be taking like a little extra time to do some of these steps. But you can always go back in later and add other things to your project. You can always go back and add. Okay. Uh-oh. Where is... Oh yeah, it's somewhere still in that bag, Marie. Somewhere. But that would be a really good idea for the pictures. You are correct. I wonder if it... Let me see. Now that you mentioned... Oh, there it is. So I got this magnetic eraser for my Misty. And I'm going to tell you that I only got this because... because Jennifer McGuire was using one and I thought it was a really great idea. But I went and bought it at Target. I didn't like click on the affiliate link or anything. But it's working really well for these pictures. What a fantastic idea. Another tip by the one and only Maria Angeloni, who is really, she inspired me to make this. So here she is with more tips and tricks. Follow me for more recipes. Yes. Fold again. I thought it had to be magnetic. I swear she said that. Oh, that's great, Shannon. Yeah, you could do the waterfall piece on both sides. And you can add more waterfalls than I did. There's so much you can do. Okay, so now we have all our pictures in. We are really moving and grooving, everyone. Okay, so now I do want to cut a piece. We're going to put, our tux is going on the front. So I think... Okay. Because I want to stamp a sentiment here. So I think if I cut this like just... I don't have to measure it, really. If I cut this, like, just inside the black line, I think this would be perfect. He better love this. I'll tell you what. He will be really excited. He is so appreciative of things that I make. I actually made a card recently. I think it was, I don't know which one it was, but I made a card recently. And he was like, and when I say recently, I mean within like the past few weeks. He said something to me like, oh, wow, that's way better than that first card you tried. And I said, boy, thanks. And mind you, the first card I made was like a really long time ago. So I was like, oh, okay. What about all those other ones in between? What happened to those? All right, so I think I need like another tiny bit off the side. A little more than a hair. And then I will figure out the bottom. Oh yeah, and then the bottom should be perfect, just right there. Sorry I'm not really giving a measurement right now. I'm just really trying to... Yes, it is a very special gift. Okay, so this now will fit right in here. I'm probably going to have to put some tape runner on this too. Well, maybe. We'll put some sook wang. Some of the we'll put some double-sided tape to really hold this down. I don't know what happened to my little acrylic blocks since I use that stamp, so we're gonna just do this. Yeah, I'm glad that he thinks that I've improved, but part of me thinks, like, boy, did you think I was just like horrible at first and you just didn't say anything? That's what I think. That is what I think. Okay. So this will go to the top. I don't think I'm in the frame. But yes, that is perfect. Yes, there we go. Oh my god, it worked out just perfectly, just how I wanted it to. Okay, so if you can see now, I have that whole panel there, and then I can put a sentiment there. And that stamp, so the visible image stamp has this love that's really pretty, or like you could put like the forever love, and more. I think immortal love would actually be really cool. Immortal love. I think I see it again. I found it. I found the acrylic block. I better get a charger. I'm not going to see your comments pretty soon. The iPad is kicking away. I don't know if I have a block. Boy, well, guess we will have to. We'll have to just hurry. I'll have to hurry up. Yeah, so I kind of want that like offset. Am I in the frame? Okay. So it's going to say Immortal Love from the visible image stamp set. And then I'll try to line this up with the block. And then this is going to be another one of those one-hit wonders. Did you order this stamp set, you guys? I'm telling you, this stamp set is really cool. Visible Image has, they're all cool. I love them. The Phoenix, or not, well, the Phoenix is really cool, but they have one, I think it's called Rise and Shine, that's new. It's this really big sun. I love it. Oh, Kara, you're going to love it. It's really awesome. So this is probably, actually, I should stamp this first on another piece. And I'm so glad I just did that because I didn't have enough ink. That would have been really unfortunate. Perfect. Third time's the charm. So now I'm inking it up to stamp it on our project. All right, and this is where it's gonna go. You got it. Oh, I love it. It looks like nice and grungy. I love it. Oh my god. So that's super fun. Let me put that a little closer so you can kind of see. You can see all that like highlight from the background. That looks really cool. Yeah. I love it. Okay. So the next, the other thing I wanted to do on the inside of the book, I don't know where I put it. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is, the stencil. So real quick, I gotta open the stencil. That's step number one, Michael. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to pixie spray this because I definitely need. All right, so that's pixie sprayed. Crafter's best friend, for sure. So I'm just gonna let the pixie spray fester a few moments. Because I just real quick want to lightly stencil with some of the woof ink. Like just real light with this skull. kind of going over. I was going to put another watercolor panel in there, but I don't think I'm going to. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I will just put it. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. So basically, I'm just going to pop some of this ink on here. And this is the woof. It's a gray. So it's a warmer gray. So, but what this will do, again, it's very tone on tone. It's just gonna really give a subtlety of this skull kind of around everything, if that makes sense. Once we have the big reveal here, y'all will understand. So again, I'm so glad you guys are able to join me tonight. I have had an absolute wonderful time crafting with everyone that has been watching along, going on our little mini folio journey. I'm very excited that all of you are here, that all of you are still here, that you're putting up with my lengthy live to make this awesome project. So I'm really hoping that this, it did. It did exactly what I thought it would. So I'm gonna put this really close. Oh, you can see it on the camera. So you can kind of see like the skull, the subtlety of the skull. All I'm gonna do is just kind of go across the top here. Just with a tiny bit of ink. Just so there's not that line on the edges. So basically what I just created is like a watermark, essentially. Yeah, like a watermark, I guess, would be the right word for it. And then I think what I want to put... I don't know. I don't know which panel I want to put here yet. I haven't decided. So I'm not going to put the watercolor panel there yet. I don't know which one I want to do. But I love how this turned out, you guys. I absolutely love it. So, but what I was saying real quick, since we're talking about this, is you can go around like these edges with that ink or like a darker color if you want and just kind of rough it up. And it takes like the harshness of the edge off and you can just really ink it up and kind of like distress it more, which I'll go back and do some more of that later. But yeah, oh, I love how this turned out. Okay. But I kind of really do want to put the watercolor panel on there. I think I want to use this one. All right, I'm putting it on, you guys, because it's going to drive me crazy if I don't, if it's like unfinished. So we have 2.5 by 4. So real quick, I'll just cut this one. So we need her to be, let's cut the side off. Three and a half. So it should be 3.5 by 2, I think. I think that's what I want. Let's see if this worked. Okay. Oh, awesome. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, so that's just gonna go there. And press, and press. And then, again, you could take this ink that's still, oh, we're on, it's not in the frame. There we go. We'll just take some of this leftover ink and just kind of brush around this edge. Rub it in to take some of the edge off. Right? I think it looks really cool. All right, you guys, I have to get a charger for the iPad. I'm not going to be able to see your comments in about a minute. Uh-oh. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Uh-oh. Okay, I can't find the block. I'm gonna try to figure this out. I think I figured it out. Well, I'm gonna have to move the camera though. Not gonna work. Okay, so if I lose your comments, no big deal, I guess. Nothing I can do at this point. I don't know what happened to the little blocks. I mean, I guess I could just run downstairs. Maybe I'll do that. Talk amongst yourselves for like 15 seconds. You might still be able to hear me. I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not. I don't know. But I got a charger. I'm really trying to make sure that we don't lose the comments. Okay. I got downstairs and grabbed a charger. See if I got it plugged in. There we are. Uh-oh. We're charging. We're back. We're back. Crisis averted. Okay. So there's kind of the inside of where we were headed there. So I showed you the Tim Holtz thing we're going to put on. But I also got these frames. These cool frames. At like Joann Fabrics. So my thought, hear me out. I'm obviously like not gonna, I'm gonna cut it, I think. I don't know, should I? Yeah. Yeah, because the buckle thing's gonna be there. And I can like distress it. So I'm kind of thinking I want like a bigger one since I'm gonna cut it. Because this is gonna kind of, yeah, hang in there. Oh, Winnie's coming to say hello. There she is. Do you see her? She wants to see what we're doing. Say hi, Winnie. All right, I'm gonna let her sniff around for another second and off she, all right, gotta go. Say goodbye. Okay, so now the cat's gone. All right, so I'm going to kind of place this probably right here. And I'm going to take the T-square and hold it like right up to our edge. Perfect. And I'm just going to make a mark of kind of where this cut needs to happen. Okay? Isn't she sweet? She's like my little baby. She truly, truly, truly is. I absolutely adore her. She loves the craft room. She loves it. She's taken a recent liking to dyes. I'll tell you that much. She got in trouble because she likes to take dyes. She's almost like a dog in a cat's body. So you see, I just kind of cut that off. And then it won't like really interrupt our hinge. You see? But what I'm gonna do, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna take just a little bit of the Raven ink. And I might even put a paper towel down just so I don't make a huge stinky mess. Uh-oh, frozen. Hold on. Okay. I had a low battery notice. We have 20% left on the phone. So we have to. We have to finish before the phone dies. Okay. So I'm just taking some Raven ink and just kind of blotting it on here with just a little bit so it kind of distresses this. And that's kind of it. I mean, there's all kind of things you could do. You should use like distress oxides. You could use alcohol inks. You could use anything. But I decided to just use some of the Raven ink and an ink blender. All right. So basically what's going to happen here, let me wipe my area off. I'm being a sloppy mess right now. Okay. What's going to occur is I'm going to end up positioning the little tucks that we colored earlier and then our frame to kind of see where that's going to be. Yeah, I think that's going to work out quite nice. And I will just, what did Shannon say it's a good idea? Hydro wash. Yeah, oh, that would be a good idea. I don't have any hydro wash. I think I might have the brown. I may have the brown. But I only have like 20% left on the battery. I don't have time to go look for that. I already had to leave you to get a charger, heaven forbid. All right, so what I'm gonna do is put a little bit of glue. Winnie I have a counter like to the left of me that has like some other supplies and things on it. She is now digging her way around that counter. Can't wait to see what she finds over there. Okay, so now I'm going to press that on the top. Okay, perfect. And then So put a little bit of glue on the back of our tux piece. And I'm going to try to line that right up with where we cut there. I'm going to press all of this down. I'm even going to put the magnet on top. And while we have this magnet on top, I think it is time to glue on our little key piece. Okay. So our key right there. I might put something here, not sure yet. I'll wait and see how the spirits move, I guess. But I'm just gonna press and press and press. Is this still recording? Still live? Oh yeah, okay, someone. I didn't see any comments pop up for like a couple minutes and I was like, uh-oh. Maybe it cut me off, finally. I've been doing this for quite a while tonight, so I could see that happening. And then you guys, so remember our flowers. So I'm just gonna arrange. Although I really like this one because it has a pearl. I don't want 4, I only want 3. I think we'll take this one away. So we're just gonna arrange our flowers on here. Which I'll probably kick myself for putting this on here now. Yeah, I thought they turned out really well. I love them. Okay, so this is glued on the last one. So those will sit there. Oh, I know what I wanted to do up here. Oh, my goodness. Silly me. Okay, back to basics, Michael. That was the other thing I wanted to do with the pearl embossing powder. I knew I left that sitting next to me for a reason. For a reason. So, here's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try, hopefully this is like dry enough. This is why I should not have put those flowers on yet. This is exactly why. Okay, so what I'm going to do though, is I'm going to take this brush, and I'm going to take this ink pad, and I'm going to get some of that ink onto this brush. This is the embossing ink. And then I'm just going to brush it around the edges of this. And hope that I got enough. We'll find out in memento. But I'm just gonna pour pearl embossing powder all over this. And whatever it catches on, it may have caught the whole thing. And that's totally okay. Because what we'll do, I got pearl embossing powder everywhere just now, you guys. Literally everywhere. Okay, so what we can do, because as you can see here, it's everywhere. So we can take a different brush and dust some of that away so it's not so aggressive. Okay? I want it to look kind of messy. Sloppy, if you will. Okay? That still might even be a lot, but I think it's gonna do. Let me move this away so I don't heat emboss the whole desk. Okay. And then, you guys, look. So that's the pearl embossing powder. It gave it that, like, really vintagey look. Isn't that so cool? No one does, like, aggressive embossing powder. Yeah, so yeah, I like it too. I think it looks really cool. So I would definitely probably put some more embossing powder, maybe like around the edges that way. But that's something I really want everything to dry really well before I go back in and start, you know, adding all kinds of other things, kebabs. And that, like, I do want to ink up the edges a little bit. I kind of want to do a little distressing on the side here somehow. Maybe some more of that embossing would look cool. And then I want to do something nifty on the back, but I haven't quite decided. But I think we are at a really good point tonight to kind of call it quits with this. So let's just take a final look here. So this is the front of our little folio, front back. And then this is a magnet. We just pop that puppy open. And then you can open her up. And you have this really cool, like, dripping rose in the skull in your pocket. So again, you can put little mementos. I'm going to slip a tag in here just so you know that's something you can slip in there in and out. And then you have your waterfall pieces, which there's more decoration you can do on all of these as well. But as you flip, you have a new memory under each little bit. And it's a really fun way to show people like a milestone or like an anniversary or an engagement or anything like that. And then at the bottom, we have this really cool watercolor panel that we did using just pretty much one ink pad and a little bit of metallic watercolor to flick on there in a stamped sentiment. And it's just like, it's really fun. So again, this was my kind of quick project for tonight. I guess we'll call this a waterfall folio, maybe is what we'll call it. A pocket folio, a travel album, whatever it may be. There's so many more techniques to this and so many other cool things you can do. But I really wanted to show you guys something awesome tonight, something fun on a day that was really special to me. So I wanted to share something special with you. So like I said, I will maybe work a little more on this and we'll come back another day next week and revisit it. So again, if you guys ever have a bad day or something goes wrong, just like Shannon just said, I'm so glad you brought that up again. You can make something beautiful out of something that's a bad situation. So Again, thank you for sharing tonight with me and crafting along with me. And if you want to make this or anything else, please go back and play this video as many times as you want. And thank you for being kind, being caring, being supportive, and always being with us. And once again, good night, everyone. I will, for those coming to the class tomorrow, I will go post that information in just a few minutes. So thank you again. Oh, by the way, guys, this was my ring that he proposed to me with. That's my engagement ring. But yeah, and wedding band, I guess. I don't know. But we'll find out one day. Good night, everyone. Thank you.